Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a web series we like to call Scout the Jags. I'm here with Pat Greenwood. I am Brian Cheek, your host here for JaguarInsider.us. All right, this past weekend, Jaguars lost 33-31 over UTSA, the Roadrunners. But the big key in that game was turnovers.
Yeah, you got to take care of the football. I don't care who you're playing. I don't care if it's UTSA or when they're on the road at NC State, Mississippi State, or you got Florida Atlantic at home. If you don't take care of the football, you're not going to win football games, or you're certainly not going to give your team a chance to do so, and that's what happened Saturday.
Of course, there are a couple of key turnovers. Kickoff, TJ Glover got down 4 to 8 yard kickoff, then the ball just came out. Big momentum shift right there.
Yeah, and he's trying to make something happen, and he did. He had more or less a 50-yard return, but one guy to beat. Comes up from behind, you got to secure the football. Just those little things. The turnover that Dimitri and CJ had in the backfield. It was just a little miscommunication on who was going where. Ball happens to be there in the wrong spot. The fumbled exchange. Just little things like that. When you're playing D1 football, little things like that will come back and haunt you every single time.
Of course, the Jags came out 7-0. They had a great opening drive. Nothing was going wrong. And then Bennett threw the interception. And then it's like we went for the running game as well, though. During the whole entire game, we ended up going 25 carries with Bennett. With Baker and Houston for 106 yards, but then we just got away from it.
Well, again, I think it's at that point they're still trying to mesh with this new offense. So they've been working with it when in the fall and the spring, but when you're dealing, as Coach Joey says, when you're dealing with live bullets, it's a different story. So it's a good starting point. Certainly not the starting point we wanted, but I thought the offense showed some signs. 31 points, that's not too bad.
They also left by about 10 more on the field, though.
Sure they did. So again, those are just some of the gaps that we'll have to close as we continue through this season. They've got the ability to do it, but you got to take care of the football.
Defensive-wise, where do you think they stand right now? Giving up 33 points, of course. Now, there's a big defense stand late in the game that we're going to give it 3 points when they had the ball down to 20.
Well, they made adjustments. That was the one thing that I saw on a very positive side. You go down and give up 14 points pretty quickly, and they made adjustments after that. They were able to start sealing the corners because they were killing our corners, killing the edges in the first couple of drives. They made the adjustments, started holding them to field goals. So, again, it's just these guys are trying to mesh together. It's first game for everybody. And, we expect people to be in midseason form. But it's the first part of September. They're learning to play with each other. We got new guys in the defensive backfield who made some great plays. As they play together more, as they learn what this guy's doing, what this guy's doing, it's going to get better. But yeah, I did see drastic improvement from the start of the game to even by the time we hit halftime from the defense. So I did like that.
So, I was going to ask you about the corners because we had 2 new stars with Pearson and Morrow. How do you think they fared? A couple of misplays there, but overall I think they did a good job.
Yeah, and Pearson got the interception, almost took that to the house. So, going from JUCO to D1, that's a tough transition. Again, I don't care if it's South Alabama or Auburn, Florida Atlantic. That's a big jump from JUCO ball to here, and I thought they did pretty well.
Overall as well. Of course, a big thing in 3-4 defense is your front 3 guys trying to get pressure to the quarterback. Not another sack again. We've been talking about this all off season. Joey's been talking about it. How can they get more pressure with those 3 guys up front to get lanes open for Jake Johnson and Ricky Williams? Well,
and that's the thing. In the 3-4, it's tougher to get that immediate upfront pressure. But again, you start drawing the lineman, make the lineman double team you. When you are a defensive lineman, you can make somebody have to put 2 on you. Then you've got a guy like Jake Johnson. You got a guy like Enrique Williams that'll be able to shoot those gaps and make that happen. So it's a work in progress, but certainly not where we wanted to start, but it wasn't nearly as bad as it could have been.
All right, this week we got Nicholas State Colonels coming in. Of course, last time we faced them was back in 2010. We won 39-21. It's our first one over a Division I opponent. I don't see anything else should be happening this weekend.
It shouldn't be an issue. Now, tell that to Michigan when they played App State.
That was 5 years ago.
Yeah, but you play the games for a reason. Okay. So what was it? Gene Stallings used to say, "You don't think these are big games? Try losing one."
He said big game this week because Mississippi State game. Sorry for going on the same Mississippi State game back in the day.
Right.
And then Gene Stallings said, "Let's lose this one. See how everybody thinks it feels."
So we're the heavy favorite coming into Saturday's game. We should be the heavy favorite. And you're looking at the Nicholls State team that was 1-10 last year. They're going to be improved. How improved? I don't think to the level we are. So it should be an easy win. It should be a confidence-building win. And when you talk about offense trying to mesh together, you talk about the defense trying to mesh together, and you get a confidence-building win like they should get Saturday, this is just what the doctor ordered, because you've got a heck of a stretch following this one.
Because they got the amen coin over this.
Absolutely.
Joey said, but say on this game, what would you want to see out of the offense first?
I
The
wanna-
improvement you want to see.
Well, I want to see them executing the plays. I want to see 70 points. I mean, everybody wants to see that out of the offense, but I want to see some progress, just like we saw with the defense last game, where they started here, and even by halftime, they had made some progress. They had made some adjustments. I want to see them get comfortable with each other. Again, live bullets, live game is very different than playing a spring game or going against each other in practice. So get comfortable with each other. Understand the routes, where you're going to be on a specific route. Make sure the blocking assignments are where they need to be. Offensively, I just want to see us click, and shouldn't be a problem. And then have that confidence roll over into Raleigh next week.
Of course, I want to see a big improvement with T.J. Glover, who had 145 all-purpose yards his last game. I think he's due for a big game, maybe over 200 yards this game.
Yeah, that's possible. I would like to. We should run all over them, but I would like to see some. I would like to see us throw the ball around, and I thought Hollinger was just a beast on Saturday, and I think he's got the potential to be a really, really valuable weapon for us. So get the ball in his hands. Let's see what he can do. Let's see what some of our other receivers can do.
Because they're also trying to get Wes Saxton in the game too.
Right.
A sophomore from junior college, and he's also a big target. He's 6'4" like Hollinger is, and just the same size. So
right. And
get
Saxton,
the 2 tight ends going.
Yeah, and Saxton was the one that in the interception in the end zone, it was going to Saxton. So again, I don't know if that was a bad throw, if that was a bad route. Not exactly sure what happened there. But let's see the offense click, specifically in the passing game. Running against Nicholls State shouldn't be much of an issue. Let's get the passing game going, see a little progress there. And I think that's what we need to accomplish on the offensive side of the ball.
So let's flip ball defense now. What do we need to see there for a little improvement right there? I mean, front line need to get that good push.
Yes, absolutely.
4 or 5 sacks to be happy for you.
Yeah, well, and let's just see, no points. Let's see a shutout. I think it's possible. If you remember that Nicholls State game 2 years ago, they had a 95-yard touchdown run, if you remember that, or maybe it was a screen pass. Bottom line,
They were ahead 14-7.
Yeah, it went 95 yards. They were ahead twice on us back then. I want to see consistent pressure. I want to see a lot of guys get in the ball game, again, to get that confidence going, because the depth is going to be, when we start NC State, Mississippi State, Troy, the rest of the Sun Belt Conference schedule, depth is going to be where we either hang in the games or whether we don't. So this is one of those games where you got the opportunity to get as many guys into the mix, into the rotation as possible. Let's see all of them perform Saturday, get a big win, and get some confidence before we head out of here.